Darby Tompkins reporting live for DET Channel 3. Today we will be discussing the 1919 World Series and its effects. In this episode, we will be interviewing those 8 players who were a part of a scandal and were eventually stripped of their baseball career. The 1919 World Series was a series of 9 games versus the Chicago White Sox and the Cincinnati Reds. The White Sox were the dominant team of the two and were expected to win. Joseph Sullivan, also known as Sport, was known to have fixed the World Series, and it is hard to find out if Arnold Rothstein was associated as well. His papers of the scandal went missing, and he was not charged with any crime. That is only some of the information about this scandal that we will be learning about today. The 1919 World Series affects many things, such as the attendance of baseball, the ending career of 8 players, and the knowledge of gamblers. Let's bring it over to Carla with the interviews. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Darby. Here we are with C. Arnold Gandil, Chick, our first of the 8 players that we'll be interviewing. Let's start with the questions, shall we? What position did you play?
I played first base.
How are you different from other players?
At first, I didn't think the scandal would work, but later on, I got many people to make deals with me and my teammates.
How did the scandal start?
I started the scandal when I met up with Sullivan and made a deal to fix the World Series.
Did the gamblers give you money?
After a few games, I wasn't getting money from them, so I threatened them to not fix the game if I did not get my money.
How did others find out about the scandal?
I told my teammates about it, and they decided to get involved as well.
Thank you, Gandil, for your time. On to the next player. Hello and welcome back to the show. I'm here with Eddie Sakat. First question, what position did you play?
I played first string pitcher.
How did people know that you were going to fix the game?
They knew once I hit one of the players on one of the first pitches of the game.
Did you accept the fact that you were a part of this scandal?
No, I wanted to go to trial.
Why did you follow along with the scandal?
I don't know why I did it. I needed the money. I had the wife and kids.
How many home runs did you allow in Game 4?
Only 2.
Were there any games that you played very well in?
Game 7. I played very well and had minimal mistakes.
Thank you for your time, Eddie. Help care for your developing teeth and gums by brushing early. This gel cleans teeth and gums gently, tastes great, and will help your baby bee get into good brushing habits. Burt's Bees Babies. Baby tested and baby approved. Here's our 4th player that we'll be interviewing today. We will now be interviewing Shoeless Joe Jackson. What position did you play?
I was the power hitter of the team.
How much money did you gain from your team?
I gained around $5,000.
Are you directly involved in throwing any of the games?
No, it is not clear whether I threw the games or not. My batting average was the same throughout the whole year.
How many RBIs did you get in Game 7?
2 RBIs.
Do you want to play in any games?
No, I told my coach I didn't want to play at all during the scandal.
How many home runs did you score?
I scored 1, and it was the only one of all 9 games.
Sad to hear that. Thank you again for being here, Joe. We're back. Next is Oscar Felsch. Happy. What position did you play?
I was an outfielder.
Do you accept the fact that you were involved in the scandal?
Yes, I admitted to being a part of the scandal.
How many RBIs did you get in Game 7?
I received 2 RBIs, the same as Joe Jackson.
How many games did the White Sox win that season before the World Series?
29 games.
Thank you for your time. We're here with one of our last players, Buck Weaver. What position did you play?
Third base.
Did you drop out before the scandal happened?
Yes, and I was still accused of the games being fixed when I accepted no money and played well.
How are you associated with the scandal?
I knew about the secret of the scandal and did not tell anyone.
Sorry to hear about your career ending because of the scandal that you're not involved in.
Do you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, even diarrhea? Pepto-Bismol. Get it at your local stores today.
Fred McMullen with us here to tell his story. What position did you play, Fred?
I was a utility player for the infield.
How did you find out about the scandal?
I heard my teammates talking about it and insisted to be involved.
Were you supposed to be involved?
No, but Gandil had to since I heard others talking about it.
Well, that's annoying. Thanks for your side of the scandal, Fred. We're here with the last player involved in the scandal, Charles Swade Reisberg. What position did you play?
Shortstop.
Was it easy for Gandil to get you involved?
Yes, I was his best friend, and I thought it was a great idea.
How did Fred McMullen find out?
He found out when Gandil and I were talking about fixing the World Series.
Thank you for your time, as well as the other 7 players who were involved. There have been many people to write about this scandal, but the story of the betrayal explains it all. An excerpt from this book is...
It also could have started in the Ansonian the day before that when Gandil and Fred McMullen asked Eddie Cicotte what it would take for him to get on board on a plot to throw the series, and the Sox star pitcher told him he wouldn't do it for anything less than $10,000. That is what Cicotte told a Chicago grand jury when he confessed in September of 1920 on the day that 8 White Sox became forever known as the Black Sox. This quote talks about the players and them signing up to be involved for a lot of money. A year later, they were sent to the court and accused guilty. Special thanks to our sponsors and everyone who helped us do this interview. Back to you, Darby. Thank you, Carla, for interviewing those players. This scandal had impacted the world today in many ways. The most important impact is that it has affected many other sports. This also made baseball more famous and was later America's favorite pastime. Later after the series, the players were all taken off the team and were instructed that they were not allowed to play ever again. Thanks to those who tuned in to today's special episode where we explain the 1919 World Series. Come back next time for more special interviews.